The Silent Manor. The invitation Ava, a skeptical yet curious journalist, is at the start of her career and is hungry for a breakthrough story. She receives an old-fashioned letter with no return address, inviting her to claim Blackwood Manor. The tone of the letter is mysterious. It references her as a lost heir and warns her to handle the property with care. Ava's curiosity is piqued because of her love for uncovering strange stories and the chance to explore a connection to her unknown lineage. As Ava arrives, the reader gets vivid imagery of the manor's foreboding presence. The driveway is flanked by towering dead trees. The iron gate creaks as it swings open, and the house stands like a slumbering beast, with ivy crawling up its facade. Its windows, broken in parts, seem to watch her. Mood. Ava feels both drawn to and repulsed by the house, but the journalist in her overrides her unease. Upon entering, the silence of the house is unnerving, amplified by her footsteps echoing off the hardwood floors. Small details, like an old chandelier swaying slightly despite no breeze, or a cold draft that feels like fingers brushing her neck, create tension. She finds Eleanor's journal in the dining room, opened as though someone left it for her. The journal entries are fragmented and cryptic. Eleanor writes about the house breathing and a shadow that never left Daniel's side. This foreshadows the supernatural elements Ava will uncover. The first night escalation of mystery. After a day of exploring the house's ground floor, Ava decides to sleep in one of the bedrooms. Despite its age, it feels untouched, as if someone had just left. Dust covers most surfaces, but the bed is oddly clean. As night falls, the atmosphere becomes oppressive. Ava begins hearing faint noises, whispers, the sound of a ball bouncing down a hall, and faint giggles. She dismisses it as her imagination, but when she wakes from a restless sleep, she feels like she's not alone. The mirror scene becomes a pivotal moment. The ornate mirror stands out because of its size and intricate demonic carvings. When Ava notices a faint glow emanating from it, she feels compelled to approach. She sees the handprint on the inside of the glass. The chilling realization that someone, or something, is inside the mirror unnerves her. This moment plants the seed of the central conflict. Ava isn't just an observer. The house is interacting with her. The discovery, unearthing secrets. 10 minutes. The next morning, Ava decides to explore deeper into the house, driven by her experiences during the night. She discovers a hidden room in the basement, concealed behind a rotting bookshelf. Description of the hidden room. The walls are scrawled with childlike handwriting. Phrases like "don't let her out" and "she's watching" appear over and over. A small bed with tattered sheets and scattered toys suggests the room once belonged to a child. This discovery confirms Eleanor's journal entries about Daniel. A photograph of young Eleanor and Daniel smiling innocently adds a human element to the tragedy Ava is unraveling. But her discovery takes a sinister turn when she hears a faint giggle and a shadow flickers in the corner of her vision. When she rushes back upstairs, the mirror once again commands her attention. This time, Daniel's face appears, his expression one of terror. He mouths the words, "Help me, break the mirror." This moment solidifies Ava's resolve to understand what's happening and to free Daniel. The confrontation. Rising action and emotional stakes. Ava dives deeper into Eleanor's journal, reading about her experiments with dark rituals. Eleanor, desperate to save her home from debt and disrepair, made a pact to protect the house. The ritual demanded a sacrifice, but Daniel's accidental interruption sealed his fate instead. His soul became trapped in the mirror, and Eleanor was cursed to roam the house as a tormented spirit. Eleanor's appearance. As night falls, Eleanor's ghost manifests. She's a gaunt, shadowy figure, her hollow eyes glowing faintly. Her voice is a mix of anguish and anger, blaming Ava for trying to destroy what she protected. The house comes alive in Eleanor's fury. Furniture moves violently, doors slam shut, and shadows creep along the walls. Ava is pulled into a vision where she witnesses the ritual, and Daniel's terrified screams as he is consumed by the mirror. This confrontation adds emotional weight. Eleanor isn't just a villain. She's a tragic figure whose actions were born out of desperation and grief. Ava empathizes, but knows she must stop Eleanor to free Daniel and herself. Breaking the curse. Climactic resolution. The final showdown centers on the mirror. Ava realizes it's the source of Eleanor's power and Daniel's prison. Armed with her newfound understanding of the curse, she confronts Eleanor, who tries to manipulate her with visions of failure and loss. High-stakes battle. Ava uses her courage to resist Eleanor's mental assaults. She finds a heavy candlestick in the parlor and smashes the mirror. The breaking of the glass releases a burst of energy, and Eleanor lets out a blood-curdling scream as her spirit begins to dissolve. Daniel's spirit appears, finally free. He smiles and thanks Ava, his presence providing a bittersweet moment of closure. The aftermath. Bittersweet reflection. The next morning, the house feels oddly peaceful. The oppressive atmosphere is gone, and sunlight streams through the broken windows. Ava gathers Eleanor's journal as a memento and decides to leave the manor behind. However, as she drives away, the story ends with a chilling twist. Ava glances in her rearview mirror and sees Eleanor's hollow eyes staring back at her. This leaves the reader questioning whether the curse is truly broken or if it has attached itself to Ava. Themes and symbolism. Family and legacy. The story explores the burden of family secrets and how the past can haunt future generations. Ava represents the need to confront and reconcile with that past. Guilt and redemption. Eleanor's guilt over Daniel's fate is the driving force behind her transformation into a vengeful spirit. Her eventual dissolution represents the release of that guilt. Courage versus fear. Ava's determination to uncover the truth and confront the supernatural highlights the power of bravery in the face of overwhelming fear. What makes it engaging? First, atmosphere. Vivid descriptions of the house, the oppressive silence, and the interactions with the mirror create a sense of dread. 2. Emotional depth. Eleanor's tragic backstory and Ava's empathy give the story more layers than just scares. Third twist. Ending. The lingering image of Eleanor in the rearview mirror ensures the story ends on an unsettling note, leaving readers questioning the finality of the curse.